Hello, everyone. I'm getting ready to bring up the Illinois board meeting for September 28, 2025. Bear with me one moment while I go ahead and share our screen. Thanks to all in the queue. At this time, we're waiting for their mayor to come in for them to start the meeting. They have already explained to everybody the rules and regulations. If you disturb the meeting, you will be escorted out and will be removed from the meeting. So have quite a few people there. Um, you see Kobe, different ones over there. Kobe right here.
Inviting the other persons to connect.
Call this meeting to order. This is the City of Harvey Council meeting dated Monday, July 28, 2025, at 7:10 p.m. And all those all the persons present, please mark yourself as such.
The meeting has started. The mayor has come in. Let's see if he's going to talk about what happened with they're supposed to be filming a movie there. So let's see if he talk about that tonight also.
Pledge of allegiance, if you would be so kind to bow your heads. Heavenly Father God, we come to you, approaching the throne of grace, asking you for your mercy, O God, asking for your grace and your favor. Lord, that all blessings come through you, O Lord. We only need to seek you first, and the kingdom of heaven will be in it, Lord. We ask that you would continue to guide us and bless us, O Lord, and that you will bless everyone who is here at today's meeting, and you will bless those who had intention to come but were not able to, and that you will inspire others to be involved in the city in which you love and which you oversee, Lord. We ask that you would bless this council so that it may continue to do the work, not the work that is what they want to do, oh Lord, because it's not their work, but it's your way and it is your will. And we ask, oh Lord, that you would keep this council in that frame of mind, and that while you are doing so, oh Lord, we ask that you allow your spirit to just fall down upon this city, fall down upon this room, oh Lord, so that we may feel you, that we may know you, that we may receive you, O God, that we may continue to give you praise, to give you glory, and to magnify you. This we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Even though it may not feel as much as him behind it.
Next item on the agenda 6th and the second by the 3rd. Any debate? Hearing none, we can close. Motion carries. Next item is 6B, approval of minutes dated July 14th, 2025. There's a motion by the 3rd and the second by the 6th. Is there any debate? Hearing none, we can cast your vote.
Now he's calling for a motion for the minutes, for
Motion
previous
carries.
minutes.
Next item on the agenda, item 7A is approval of the bills dated May 26, 2025. Is there a recommendation from the Finance Committee?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, Mayor, here's a recommendation from the Finance Chair that we ratify the bills for May 26, 2025.
And hearing so, we have a motion by the 6th and a second by the 3rd. Is there any debate?
Yes.
Okay, the chair recognizes the second word.
There were several questions that Alderperson Rogers, Chairman Rogers could not answer in fidelity regarding the bills list. One of which was regarding the BNF Construction Co. earning $180,000 since May through now.
That's
for
Alderwoman
construction.
Kobe Chapman that's speaking at this time.
Clear idea on what those details entail, what particular services have been rendered, what the timeline of that rendering is. And in addition to that particular cost, Mayor, there's an additional $6,000 total in review plans. And so without having any further insight, I asked the chair as well as the members, could we refer this back to the Finance Committee, all bills lists, for further review, as the residents stated that they need additional oversight, transparency, and fidelity regarding the bills list?
Well, actually,
We have one more.
We get in it, I want to make sure we got the questions, the debate covered. Were you done on?
Yes.
Chair recognizes the fourth ward.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to let, the residents know my debate is that I'm not in agreement of supporting paying bills to go bills that have to be paid. Everyone has to pay bills. The structure of our finance meeting, which I wish, more people would have been here to attend and understand on the phone. There is any discrepancies and questions that are not answered. I don't understand why we immediately go into the meeting and then all of a sudden vote on it instead of saying, let's send this to the Finance Committee once again, hold a special meeting the next few days, get all the questions answered, make sure that everything is in order, and then simply go ahead.
I can't remember that gentleman's name, but that's the one that's sitting to the left of Kobe. And that's the other alderman that is on her side in regards to going against the mayor. The lady at the right side of Kobe and the people across on the other side are all for the mayor. Kobe and that gentleman are the only ones that challenge the mayor in certain things that is not, not conducive to the city.
Alderman, Rogers, do you have anything to say in that regard?
first of all, I'd like to comment on second one on Chapman's request. She requested via email. These questions in regards to bills that never get were brought up at the finance meeting when she clearly had an opportunity to discuss it at that particular time. The invoices that, hey, listen, don't do that. Don't do that.
Let me control the meeting. And if y'all be so kind, I appreciate it so much. Alderman, please continue.
And in addition, the bills that we receive, these are bills that.
That's Mr. Toupee.
We don't have.
He got a toupee in the front of his head. Got nappy hair with a straight little piece in the front.
If she had
The young lady right here with the afro, that's Carissa
you know, after the meeting, I would have been more than happy to let
Crowley.
her know that she would have to refer her
That's the one that just
questions.
cussed
I believe there were
Jetta
20,
Doo Doo out.
and these questions would have to be referred to the mayor's office. Because they're the ones
Now,
that
this gentleman that's talking
communicate.
now was the
We
one
don't
that was
have
that
that
people
particular
would boarded
record
up
of information that you're
in the
requesting. And just speak in
apartment
terms of it.
complex in his
As far
ward,
as
boarded him up
Fred
inside
Hammond
there.
before the board,
That was
nobody's
his
being
ward,
disrespectful.
and he's
Okay,
and
we
he
had a finance meeting because it
always
was
go against
supposed to,
anybody to
it
be
was
in favor
put
of the
there
mayor.
to command
Especially he
destruction.
go against Kobe like
Okay,
crazy.
and as a matter of fact, I think we're the only committee meeting that's actually meeting right now. Is to be transparent, is to give the public an opportunity and its residents on how their expenditures and how their money is being spent. So to
And
the
that's
gentleman
also
over there, if
also
you
allegedly that
understand.
he used his private
So,
credit cards to
thank
pay off a
you.
lot of the supplies there in Harvey. That same gentleman that just finished talking. I called
Just
him.
answer the question
That's the
regarding
one that
the
Ryan
instructions.
at one of the
We
board
have
meetings
instructions to
yelled
do
at and
this
fussed
city.
at.
They
That been
actually go to
accused
do an
or
inspection
of
for the city, both
SA with women.
both residential and commercial. And so I'm not sure exactly how many or who voted on it, but this board, this council did approve a contract with B&M Construction. And so that's why they're getting paid for the work that they do. And so many of the, not all of the inspectors that you see, um, they come from B&M Construction because they are a vendor of the city. So that's one. Two, just for clarity's sake, uh, so the finance committee had its meeting. The finance committee voted to move this particular item to the full council for a vote. So, the finance committee did its job, and now it's time for us to do ours, and that is to take the vote. If there is no additional debate from any other members who have not already made a comment on the debate. Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Measure carries, and I also want to state also for the record, because I have to join in actually with Alderwoman Chapman, because she did send the email over, and in my email response, part of one of them, I told her that she should forward this to the finance committee. So that may be, I'm not 100% sure, that may be how it ended up going in the direction that it did. All right, so next on the agenda is 7B, approval of bills dated June 23rd, 2025. There's a motion by the third, a second by the sixth. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. Motion carries. Next item, 7C, that is approval of bills dated July 28, 2025. We have a motion from the third, the second, and the sixth. Is there any debate? Chair recognizes the second word.
This question was also posed to you, Alderman Rogers, as well as the committee members. It was regarding two particular line items, and one was a $19,000 payment that, as you mentioned, has already been paid out, correct? Because these are bills that have already been paid out, that were voted on, correct? Knowing that I'm certain that at some point we had to know that 10% of our staff would be laid off. And in planning or in a contingency plan of planning for that particular issue, I would think that we'd be spending $19,000. I think it's great. We need all God's gospel here in Harvey. However, we have to figure out the best way or practice for measurable spending. And these were one of the questions, how did we arrive to, hosting a gospel concert? I haven't seen a public advertisement for it, perhaps it's on the way. But that's one question that I did ask you. Another one was that we spent, $24,000 on one vendor, which was the moonwalks. And while I think that that's great, we need as cities to continue to create camaraderie, we sold food, and we don't have a grocery store here. So I'm saying that 24,000 could have been allocated to feed families. Most are about five, and each household across our, and so we need some understanding of just a basic practice. How, did someone come to you, financial advisors, to confirm that this was okay, or we decided to move forward, since you did mention that all of these bills have been paid?
So this isn't a question and answer session as far as that's concerned. This is debate. Just want to make that clear. However, I did hear you say something about, you said moonwalk, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Was this, in relation to?
The Fourth of July.
Okay. And then you said something,
I said, since we spent $24,000 on moonwalk, did we offer free food to the residents?
and then you said 19,000 on
The gospel concert.
because I want to make sure I did those. First of all, I believe that our citizens deserve to have some of the benefits that any of the other citizens in other communities have. We do things such as this. Once again, it's having a good, powerful team. I think I brought it up at the last meeting that this is through donations. Now, what happens is they donate and they give the money to the city, and then we have to use that money.
He said through donations, but yet you do not have they have not seen a financial budget in 6 years. So how they know the money is coming from donations and not through their taxes? But I digress.
As you have now that everybody, we won't be out a little bit, that's donated funds, and more of it will be donated.
Don't that sound familiar? Ain't that what Tiffany was telling people in Dalton, that the money was donated? Come to find out, was coming out of people tax money. So sound familiar? But I digress again.
Soccer event was received sponsors. I mentioned, I think specifically that Canes.
Hi, Laura and Rick. How are you? Thank you for joining me.
Raising Canes? Oh, okay.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you for joining me.
So we're blessed enough to be able to
I'm just sitting here listening to him.
the people who support the city and support the residents, so we can have these types of events. This isn't frivolous spending. This is people giving us their treasures to do what they.
So far, Laura, he said that the money was donated for the different programs they're having, and I was just bringing to everybody's attention. Isn't that what Tiffany was saying? Money was donated. Come to find out, they found out that
That's where that comes
they
from.
were using the people's tax money, and this city have not seen a budget in 6 years, so kind of questionable. And Kobe's asking them these questions.
For that particular budget, for those grants that have been allocated back to the city, because it's an easier and more fluid conversation with residents. When they ask for the packet, I send it to them once it's finalized. And these are their questions that they're asking me, so I just want to be able to answer with full fidelity, so they know that we're managing the monies correctly.
Okay. I'll discuss that with my team. Find out if there's something that we can do to help facilitate that.
Also, they took Kobe because of those questions she asked it now. They took Kobe off the financial budget board.
Companies or businesses or whoever donates to the funds, the check has to be written up from the city for insurance purposes and liability. So therefore, when we see this, and the second word Alderman said, so we know,
Yeah, Laura, it makes me nervous too. But he said he was going to kind of come to a truce. So we just seeing how far of a truce he's coming to with this board meeting.
and,
So he said he wasn't try to meet middle halfway with her
that this came through
and the
petition
residents. So let's see how that goes
because
tonight.
the comptroller is legally responsible for the finances of the city. If my understanding is correct, Mr. Baker, as I was informed by Lisa Madigan's office in the previous administration. So that is why I will be voting for this. Thank you.
But yeah, so we'll let y'all have a discussion with the controller and with the team, try to figure out if there's another way for us to go about, handling these matters. But, like I said, I do want to make sure that I give commendation to the administration for going out, and I said this last year, when we first started doing the, Fourth of July, celebration, I didn't want to spend any money on it. Because the simple fact is, we didn't have it. But they decided that they were going to show me, and then they were going to go out and they were going to, basically ask for contributions to be able to get the money that was necessary. And
You had your volume down, Laura. I need you to turn your volume up. Laugh out loud.
and the gospel show will be just as great, all right, all right. It'll be just as great. So, we do have the motion in a second. So, there is no other debate. You can.
I know. That person name, no, that person's not there.
Motion carries. Next item is the approval of ordinances and resolutions for the city of Harvey. 8A, old business done, and 8 new business, 8B1, motion to approve the release of settlement agreement between McIntyre and the city of Harvey. This motion authorizes the agreed upon settlement and release. Claim number 22G93.
Lord, that person not being there is the reason why it's so calm right now.
For the McIntyre versus City of Harvey lawsuit in case number 2023 L 066064. Chair entertains a motion and a motion from the third and the second first. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you can cast your
I
vote.
haven't seen them. I haven't, I saw it from the beginning. I haven't seen it, but I'll look again.
Carries. Next item is B82. It's a motion to approve agreed judgment order for case number 2022 CH 02316, City of Harvey versus its loyal services. This motion authorizes the agreed judgment order to pay the city of Harvey the sum of $25,000 via payments of $500 monthly and to pay in full for violations of city codes at 43 and 47 West 149th to 159th Street, Harvey, Illinois. I have a motion from the first and the second by the sixth. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Motion carries. Next item.
Well, Laura, I'm not sure it's not named person is lurking, but I know they cannot be inside that building at the time because of Vivian and Ryan. So I'm not sure.
The
They
ordinance
might
to
be
amend the
outside, but they're
statute
not
of provisions
inside,
and
from
ordinance
what
for
I
penalties
what I
for
could
traffic
tell.
violations. There's a motion by the third and second by the first. Is there any debate?
Yes,
Chair recognizes the second ward.
our annual income here for most families is about $23,000. And so in looking, we previously had a tier scale, first offense, second offense, third offense. And when I went to look at Chicago's, costs for, or even Dixon, or even Phoenix, the fines were way less than at a one-time fee of $500. And I'm asking the council, because we are in socioeconomic, oppression, if you will, to be, to think about having a tiered system or approach financially to the cost. I think that a one-time cost at $500 is extremely high for our community, and for our annual earnings here in our community. So, my belief is that this needs some further review from the finance committee.
I'll have to make sure.
That's it.
Chair recognizes the first ward.
Thank you.
Speaking to your mic, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. I echo the sentiments of our second ward alderwoman with the fact of the economic situation in the city. However, the offenders here are not first repeaters. They're second and third. I think everybody knows, being a good neighbor, we have to be sensitive to the noise level. And yet, there are repeated offenders constantly going. And our police officers are responding, and this $500 one-time fee, and then it can go up, I think will do the residents, and especially our senior citizens and the people that are dealing with medical conditions, when we're constantly playing the loud music. Now, I am a firm believer it does not happen across the city, but I do know it happens in the first ward. I mean, so I wish that we would support this and implement this procedure. Yes, for the economic, but maybe people will become good neighbors after that. Thank you.
Chair recognizes the sixth ward.
I'd like to echo sentiments of my colleagues, first ward, second ward, all. But as a conscientious resident here in Harvey for over 51 years, and I've seen, we're not just talking about loud music, we're talking about fireworks, we're talking about the loud exhaust coming from the cars at night that you know, that's creating just having. The fireworks, I remember this past 4th of July, I had my dogs just shivering, you know, and, you know, not to say that this is not important, but the fact of the matter is that we've been putting this nuisance for, and I think that we need to have, give our police department, we need to take this that they need in order. I like, creating legislation, and I love the fact that if we can do something that's going to act on the betterment of our city, I think we should do so. So with that being said, yes, and it's not just fireworks, loud exhaust, loud boom box music, it's all kind of, and I was reading the ordinance earlier, and it specified hospitals, schools, and churches. Well, on Saturday night, they ain't got nobody in church, but you got residents that are suffering extremely because of all this chaos and nuisance that's going on in our community. So yeah, I stand with
Okay, you got to understand, man. This is the summer. People gonna have their windows down. They're gonna have the music blasting. Gonna go. They're gonna have their boom boxes going. That's all over the world, all over every city. The music, I mean, the ordinance is supposed to start. Well, here in D.C., our ordinance stop at 11 o'clock. But now there's the summer. Is that they tell you to turn allow music down and everything by at least 1 o'clock.
And it could still
They give you from 11 to 1 to play your music
what
at
we
one
do
o'clock.
is simply
they told us to turn the music down.
our neighbors,
During the
as you know,
winter,
hey, I'm having a party on Friday
fall,
night.
it's
You know,
normally
everybody
11
really
o'clock.
agrees and
But
everybody
some
knows what's
areas,
really going
some
on.
wards, yeah,
People
we have
respect
8
it because
wards.
we'll
Some
send
wards,
people in when we're
they
having a
make them
party
turn it
too.
down at
So
11.
same as
But most of the time,
nobody
everybody
around
respected
in
it. But
the
Friday night and
immediate
Saturday night,
vicinity is
mostly
calling me
everybody's music
saying
up
the noise
until
is
one
too
o'clock. They
loud.
give us till one
The
o'clock.
police officer have the authority to
Sunday
just
through
come back to the
Fridays,
computer and come back
Sunday
with
through
what you said.
Thursdays,
Or I go
they
ahead and
have
see
everybody
what
turn the music down or cut the
okay.
music off at 11 o'clock, loud music. But Friday and Saturday, we got it till 1 o'clock.
Rita.
So he got to understand that,
This is the day
on
that
the
you get
weekends,
married.
people going to have their
But
music
all the
loud.
girls
People
tonight
going to
was
cook
trying to
out.
make
People
a
going
point
to party
how it
because it's
should
Friday
be
and Saturday.
enforced.
Harvey don't have no clubs
It
for them
should
to
be
go
something
to.
more
If y'all had
better
some place
practice
for
and
them
not
to
giving to the
party or
officers
have
to
fun
have
at,
people to
you
come
wouldn't have
back
this
and make sure
problem with them
everybody
playing the music
out
loud,
down there
out in the
and plus
parking lots and
keep the
places and stuff.
neighborhood together
But
too.
I mean,
They
that
may
I
come back
digress.
and talk to you and say, I'm having a party. That's just, that's the stuff we need because everything we're going through in the city of Harvey right now, people need to party.
Sheree,
That
can I
part,
get the word?
that part. With what they're going through now, people need a party, get some of
I
that
just want
stress
to clarify something, because we're doing it again. If you read this, it's commercially zoned areas, the fine is $500, okay? And it's 175 in residential. So I just
I'm
don't
still
want
trying
to
to
go
figure out
out
what's
there
up with
and
this
leave
$500
all
for
so
everything.
that if you move out, it's
Y'all
$150.
some greedy black folks. Greedy
Consider
folks. Let me start saying
your
black
house
folks.
to be
Excuse me,
in
y'all.
commercially zoned
Politically
area,
correct. There's some greedy
but
folks.
it's not.
Everything $500.
The
Traffic ticket
legislators
$2 to $500.
work really hard
Disorderly
with these
conduct
residents,
$500. Everything
and it
$500.
comes
What's up with the $500?
as a direct reaction from residents. I also looked at other ordinances from other communities, okay? And one thing that I started to notice is this is really a common sense ordinance. People come into the city of Harvey and think they can do whatever they want, but you wouldn't do that at Homewood. Because it does not dawn on you that maybe I should sit in front of this house, okay, and let my trunk rattle while drinking some Hennessy. Nobody wants to hear that. But you wouldn't do it intentionally. This is common sense. If you are not financially able, then one thing you should do is obey the law.
Brother, you used to be out there.
What you gonna do, man?
Brother, you used to be out there playing your music loud. Now all of a
You
sudden
gonna
you
give it
saved,
all
sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost.
you
Okay,
gonna
I
give it
digress.
no.
All right, audience. I love you, but we have to still make sure we maintain some control. Um, Simon,
Point of order, man.
we, you know what, go ahead.
Thank you, man. I just want to make it clearly on what, as an alderman and resident, a lifelong resident, or what I'm simply saying. We understand the noise and the situation we've all experienced. My question was, how are the police going to enforce it? Are they going to enforce it in the right type of way? And what procedures do they have?
So you asked a question that was outside the scope of the debate, and it's outside the scope of the ordinance. Yeah, yeah. So as far as this is concerned, so if I can add, even though I don't have a vote in the matter, yeah, as the mayor, we don't just get it from one board, we get it from 6. And we hear it from all over. And this is another one of those situations, just like the finance committee. The legislative committee put in a lot of work. They made their recommendation. That's how it got to the agenda. And so they made their recommendation. And then they also worked with the mayor's office to make sure as well that all concerns were addressed. So once they do that, it comes here and it's up for a vote. But when we got into office, 2019, one of the first things we did was we eliminated or abated all interest, all fees, all penalties when we need water bills. That was one of the first actions that we took. We also went ahead and we reduced the vehicle sticker from $50 to $35. So we brought that down as well as the senior amount. It was 15 to 6. We brought it down as well. I do agree that there are certain issues that for all intents and purposes, if we can avoid placing those burdens on our good, salty earth, taxpaying, family raising, going to work, citizens here in the city of Harvey, we can do that. We want to eliminate that as much as we possibly can. But when it comes to nuisance and to vices, those things are choices where you say, you know what, whether it was a $500 pound land was clarified by the wrong person as far as it's $500 for commercial, $175 for residential. But just don't do it. You know, it's a very easy way to deal with that. And also, even though all that I did say it was out of scope, I will address it because I had already spoke with the chief. We issue warnings first. So, and it's never been anything, this is not anything abnormal. You know, we go to the house.
I am live at Harvey board meeting for July the 28th, thanks to content creator all in the queue. Super producer, thank you so much for letting me share your live. When you get a chance, go over to all in the queue and, and give her, input. Support her. She's a wonderful lady. Give you very good content. So please, when you get a chance, go over to all in the queue. Also, he's not in here, but my minion with opinion, other co-host for OTR, off the record. I said what I said. If you get a chance, go over to their channel, support them. When you go over, let them know I referred you to them. Again, minion with opinion, and I said what I said, and all in the queue.
Don't make a police officer have to come back and forth to your alarm call every day because you didn't want to fix the alarm magnet on your window when they've already been out there 1, 2, 3 times. Fix the alarm. And if anything, that is your civic responsibility as a member of this community to take those things into consideration as well. So I would support it if I had a vote, but you have a motion by the third and second by the first. So you now have your
I don't know if that gentleman sitting to the right of Clark is the attorney, but he look like he bored.
motion carries.
That's ordinance 3514, 3514.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is public comment. Public comment is encouraged and appreciated. This is the only opportunity for public to address the city council on agenda items and any other city-related business. In order to accomplish all business on the agenda and be respectful of everyone's time, council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on any public comment issue. When your name is called, speak to the podium, state your name, please limit your comments to minutes. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaigning or advertisement. This is not a question and answer time. The council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed.
This is the calmest meeting I've seen them go through. They must don't have no air conditioning unit in that place because there's a lot of. Kobe got one of them hand fans. People people are using the other hand fan. So now I guess they give her that people have comment.
Good evening, my name is Melissa Crawley, and I've lived in Harvey long enough to know when leadership becomes a threat. What happened to me wasn't just personal, it was political and retaliatory and illegal. Mayor Christopher Clark falsely claimed that I tried to enter his home, and that lie set off a chain of abuse. I was dragged out of my home barefoot, locked in a filthy cell, then forcibly sedated at Eagles Hospital, treated like an animal, treated like a criminal, with no warrant, no crime, and no medical cause. All because I spoke up against him. All because I showed up to his house in protest. Mayor Clark, you said you had video that could show me entering your home, or at least trying to attempt to enter your home. It's been weeks. Where is that video? You can't produce it because it never happened. You didn't tell the public that your ally, Jedediah Brown, made threats online. You didn't mention the alias that you often use during political disagreements, Cookie Ross. You didn't mention any of that. Let's talk about Jedediah Brown, who's here tonight.
Ooh.
At the last meeting, he left under what appeared to be police escort. He's seen on video committing mob action in the presence of police officers. A seated councilwoman, Talane Smith, who swears she's unbiased, her own niece was also arrested at that brawl. Yet again, no consequences. I was actually held longer for doing nothing. You hide behind "that's not my ward," Tyrone Rogers, but your vote affects every ward, and your silence is complicity. Mayor Clark opens these meetings with prayer, but God sees through empty words. James 1:27. Pure religion is to care for the afflicted and to keep yourself unspotted from the world. But you don't protect the afflicted. You persecute us. You're not unspotted. You're neck deep in corruption. God is not mocked. That what you sow, you shall also reap.
Yes, girl, please.
Under 75 ILCS 10-2 through 202, you are personally liable for willful misconduct, and I intend to hold you to that. I'm going to sue you in both your personal and your official capacity. Who's crazy now?
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow.
Bill Lutz, followed by, Suzanne, I think it's Suzanne Allen.
Hello, everybody. So, that was during a meeting, 2/10/25, when Mayor Clark stated that Jedediah wasn't worth being represented by anybody because he had the audacity to call a black woman a B in the council meeting, in the town hall meeting. But yet, today, he's out here doing whatever he wanna do all through Harvey. And me and Jedediah has had talks, yeah. Just like he went over there and threw the people out of the, bandos over there. And Vince came to me and told me, yeah, I heard you. I heard what you said. You going up there. But Jedediah, that was already there. As, as if he worked for the city of Harvey. But, and then, nothing was done when they, jumped on, Amir and his daughter. Actually, he came back to the scene, and then he had police escort his truck to the police station, which I find that funny because a lot of people get their vehicles towed and gotta pay $1,000 just for a tow.
Ooh,
So I'm
uh-oh.
trying to figure how he
It's
did
all
that
coming out now.
treatment. And also, Telane's niece, when she hit Ryan, and, Telane, I'm not gonna do nothing to you, you didn't have to run that night. I handed you your police key fob. Actually, I didn't have to give it to him. You know what I mean? I did it because I felt like that was something that I would want somebody to do. So I handed her the key fob. And she drove the niece's car. Her niece's car should have been towed away because she was put in cuffs. So all this stuff that's going on, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why citizens have to pay $1,500 just to get their cars out of town. All the woman chatting. Y'all told her, and she had to pay $1,000 to get it out. And she also had to go to Cook County Corrections. Why wasn't Jedediah there? Why wasn't Telane's niece there? No, but none of that stuff happens. But y'all talk about you supposed to understand and supposed to do all for what? Y'all got y'all little picks and y'all do what y'all want. And then y'all get mad when we talk about y'all.
Oh, hell, get it, Chappelle. All right, Chappelle.
Followed by Clarence James Watson.
Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. I'm Suzanne Allen. I am representing and speaking for Betty M. Allen. She is an 89-year-old resident of Harvey, Illinois. I allege that the city of Harvey has figured out how to weaponize the water department. No, my mother's not cuddled nicely into her home. Right now, she's still upset because there's her yard has been torn up. It was knocked on our door, knock came on our door from a realtor that basically stated, hey, we can't do anything with the house on your property. We'll sell it back to you for pennies on the dollar, pennies on the dollar. And this was from a realtor. So we're like, something's up, let's go take a look at it. Come to find out, my mom owned both houses on the property. Freddie Mac may have had it in 2021, but someone needs to ask how they got it. What you're looking at, we allege, there are varieties that are, it's not correct. Unfortunately, that is not rested. How do you sell a perfectly nice home for $2,000? Yes. Who got the $2,000? Or is it benefited? Who was the investment you sold it to, and who was a part of that investment team? Unfortunately, I had to take a break in order to take care of some things medically, and it's not rested, it is not over. We have never received due process. We have never received due process. We are long-term residents of the city of Harvey. My mother has lived in this area for more than 27 years. She has never once been late on a water bill, ever. However, they cut her water off a little more than a year ago, April 24, I believe it was, the water holiday, Robert, Reclamation Day or something. Her water was cut off, 89-year-old lady. She couldn't take a bath, she couldn't brush her teeth for more than 30 days. In order to get that water turned back on, we had to agree for the properties to be separated. Under duress, that an 89-year-old woman had to suffer. And it is not over. I need you to know that. Research has to be completed, and then we will take this a little bit further. I will not have my mom's property being taunted by the city of Harvey as some good thing. She is not in the Myrtle Avenue where they're taking these additional houses and putting a pond or something. My mom's house is not there. Her house is on 155th and Myrtle. There was a sign put in that yard, something about, it was under this development. I knew this was going to happen because it looked like a big smoke screen. I allege, the city of Harvey has done this purposely, I allege that the city of Harvey needs to start doing things in God.
Thank you. Minister Dennis James Watson, followed by James Wyatt / Steve Isaacs.
Good evening, my name is Glennis James Watson. I'm a resident of the First Ward. There are two issues I would like to address this evening. One is the department reports given during city council meetings, and two is preferential treatment of elected officials. First, department reports. It is commendable that the department heads or their designees are able to stand before us and report on the work, the accomplishments, the impact that their respective departments are having on the city. However, in my opinion, using one of the two council meetings in the month to devote to department reports is inappropriate. City business is therefore conducted only once a month as a result. There is too much going on or too much that needs to happen in the city of Harvey to reduce the number of business meetings to once a month. Perhaps the residents would be better served if the department reports took place once a quarter at a special meeting dedicated to their reporting, or allow the department heads to give their reports via video, and they can be posted on the website so that people who are interested in a particular department can listen to that report only. Second, there seems to be glaring displays of preferential treatment in favor of some elected officials against others. There are reports of some elected officials not being included in meetings, taking place inside and outside of the city, not allowed to sit in on executive
I am
session
so glad
meetings,
that Chappelle addressed in regards to Jedediah and the actions that he have done.
receive reimbursements for out-of-pocket
It seems like he's more the police than the police department.
preferential treatment on
I
household.
digress again.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Mayor Clark stated that this
We can't beat a
administration
dead
reversed
horse into the ground.
Yet, elected officials are blatantly being excluded. This is not Mean Girls Harvey edition. This is a city supposed to be overseen and run by people in a professional manner. There is no place in bias. Do the job you were elected to do and allow each elected official the right to do the job they were elected to do, each with every right and privilege to them. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate your
All right,
comments.
great speech.
Minister James Wyatt, followed by Amanda Askew.
For clarity, I am Faith Hines, and I'm reading this certification letter to the treasurer from Illinois Municipal Treasurers Association, Mr. Vance Wyatt, is the elected treasurer of the city of North Chicago. And I'm gonna read it straight from him. He said, I also serve as the first vice president of the Illinois That's Illinois Municipal Treasurer Association, and as a board member of the Association of Public Treasurers of the United States and Canada, otherwise APT, US, and C. This evening, which was last week Tuesday, I am honored to present your treasurer, Aisha Pickett, with her well-earned Certified Illinois Municipal Treasurer designation. The CIMT, Certified Illinois Municipal Treasurer Program, established in 1983, was created to advance the professionalism and professional standing of municipal treasurers across Illinois. The certification is administered and awarded by the IMTA and adheres to the standards set by APT, USNC, United States and Canada, which oversees the certification framework for public treasurers throughout the United States and Canada. Having a certified treasurer at the state level is a great honor for your community, as it reflects Treasurer Pickett's dedication to excellence and continued professional development. Support. I hope she will also pursue national certifications through APT, USNC in the near future. Respectfully, Vance D. Wyatt, MBA, ACP, FIM, CGIP, CIMT, CPFA. My acronyms. City Treasurer, City of North Chicago, First VP of IMTA, APT, USNC, Board Member. I hope this will encourage you to allow our treasurer to perform her job, because she is more than qualified from the beginning, but now she has been nationally certified.
All right now, she's nationally certified.
Next is Amanda Askew, followed by Ronald and Miles Jr., I think.
It starts when I sleep, or it just starts now?
We need to start talking.
Okay, well, that's not great.
We'll see this after.
So I went to the finance committee meeting before the city council meeting, and again, as usual, I left with more questions than I had. And I wanted to address some of the closing comments that some of the finance committee shared. Number one, I would like to address Alderman Smith. You mentioned W. Hope, you also mentioned O'Reilly, all of these businesses have not paid their taxes. There's multiple taxing bodies for different businesses. My concern is I've never seen a report, either from you or anyone in the finance committee, about what financial remedies have you all addressed with these businesses to get them back on track, not $10,000 a month, something that's feasible for a business owner. And I also want to clarify that O'Reilly is a national corporation that is renting a space to conduct business in the city of Harvey. O'Reilly does not own the building that they have. So you don't go after the renter for the faults of the building owner. You go after the building owner and work with other taxing bodies such as County of Cook to again find some type of financial remedy. Number two, we talked about, it was mentioned that I heard $165 million in debt, and the media stated $149 million in debt. They said, see, it's a reduction. The issue is, I only can go off hearsay. There is no financial documentation, either on the city of Harvey's website or the state of Illinois Comptroller's website. And again, as a person that loves numbers, I like it documented, and I should be able to access those financial reports that we're 3 to 4 years behind on through the state of Illinois site and the city of Harvey's website. I also would like to address the comptroller, but I know that he's not here. He mentioned that he has 12 years of experience here in the city of Harvey as a comptroller. So he was here during the previous administration. My concern is Mayor Clark ran on the theme of lack of transparency, he wanted to make things right, but then to continue to employ the comptroller who was under the previous administration is very concerning. That's mentioned in the finance committee meeting. Oh, we were 8 years behind the audits, and now we're 3. The issue is we should not be behind at all on any type of financial reporting for someone that has 12 years of experience.
Right. Ooh.
And secondly, to the Economic Development Committee, I'm afraid I don't want to see any signs talking about coming soon if we don't see any businesses. Because that's what happened during the last election, like Jim Cruz.
All right now, tell it, girl. All right now.
Next is Ronald Miles Jr., followed by M. King Jr.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Finance degree from Douglas State University. a resident of Harvey, but churches here in Harvey. In fact, 3 generations of my family go to church here in Harvey. And I realize this is the city of Harvey and not the village of Harvey. But for investors and pedestrians and procedures, it's time that the distinction is heard more thoroughly from the people to supreme law. The term city is not for a dissimilar population size. The bus terminal being a pillar of this community and running late into the evening, connecting employment to UPS Hodgkins overnight, and I understand why it's called the city of Harvey from an investor-facing perspective. We also have UPS Logistics and more too. I understand that changing the city of Harvey to the village of Harvey might threaten a litany of state and federal expenditures that sustain Harvey, classifications and zones, grants and infrastructure package credits that come with the name.
So far, everybody's been coming up there for comments that are really stating the fact.
I am here to reiterate a statewide problem to the voter-facing administration and hopefully offer the people a shovel to dig themselves out of a hole. Unpaid internships and volunteering will not satisfy the community's desire to gain traction and pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. Paid externships and investors hiring from within the community to be a part of the negotiations will help provide procedure and engaged citizens. Alderman Chapman's affinity for sustainability and turning some of these vacant lots into pollinator gardens or farmers markets, garden zones can end up benefiting citizens in a different way. Bring structure and procedure and food to the unemployed. There is a procedure that allows farmers market participants to receive SNAP as payment, like investors or storefront businesses. In my village, the keeper of the lot credited $25 to their water bill every month, even though it takes more than $25 to keep the garden sometimes. This is the type of incremental procedure people need. As part of the other ideas that she points to as benchmarks from other villages that Harvey can implement and unengaged citizens can be proud of. We'll make sure that nobody regrets taking root in Harvey.
Thank you. Next is King Jr., followed by Dionysus Paul.
Reverend King Jr. Church of Daniel Chapel in Phoenix, but I'm a resident of Harvey.
At least he's letting them clap now. Before, they wasn't even allowed to clap.
I ran a couple of times, I'm not talking politics, I ran a few times with false promises given for the 6th ward, I'm going to put on that. And also something else here. How can you have a finance meeting about an hour before you have a regular meeting? How do you do that? How in the world, all of the entire Long Rodgers, how can you have a meeting and not know anything about what you're talking about? How can you do that? How can you stand up there and do that? Just like I put up a mirror, there's a mirror and you on blast about that being a mirror from heart. I made an agreement with the mayor about that a long time ago, but I never got a financial help or anything. And I took pictures and finally somebody put the flags up and cut it down. Myself and all of the 4th ward, we worked together on some of that. He did. He volunteered to put lights on and stuff like that. All of the 2nd ward, she's working hard having meetings with other people. We haven't had a meeting since I've been seeing you in here. I see my alderman is in this meeting working finance. When the 6th ward's got on Halsted Street, you got a prostitute. I heard the chief said they're taking care of all these problems. Well, guess what? Right after that meeting, the mayor made this thing that he wants to have a settlement with everybody. He wants some peace and some love with everybody. But guess what happened? As soon as we got out of this building, was a lineup of police officers and walked us off the property. And immediately, I was standing there. They said, keep on moving. Is that freedom? Is that what you call having a way of saying we're going to settle this and we're going to be kind and loving each other? Are we in a police state? When I went to Vietnam, I thought I was fighting for freedom. But I wasn't fighting for this. I was not fighting to have my freedom taken away.
All right now, brother.
To see what I see in the streets. I wasn't fighting for burgers like a right across the street from my house.
I wasn't fighting for prostitution when this prostitute has been out there since the report has been made by the police and said they took everybody off the street. And guess what? Right after the meeting, I left her, went down House Street. She was still working the streets on the entire long. Right by the river King. And there's nobody bothered her. There's still people living in that abandoned building over there on House Street. They set themselves up or they're living inside the building. I guarantee you one thing for sure. I know I can't talk politics, but in 2028, I guarantee you, we're going to clean house. We're going to clean house. We're not going to let this happen anymore. We've got people laid off and they don't even know it was laid off. What kind of notice is that? You're laid off. What kind of notice is that? You're not getting information. You need to get information. These all the persons have the right to know what's going on before the meeting started, not just the four followers. The 4 disciples, yes, I can tell you, we didn't take the time. I don't have to worry about this vote because I'm not voting. He already knows you're going to vote with him. I don't care what it is, because you don't have any spine. You need to discipline and represent the
Ooh, he going the hell off on that ass.
Go and get that salary every month and tell me you're doing something. The other thing is collecting money for beautification, and guess what? Ain't nothing to do, right?
All right, go ahead, brother. All right now.
Paul, followed by Geraldine Harris.
That's kind of difficult to have someone so passionate.
I don't know who that brother was, but he was telling it like it was T.I. is.
Stand before the residents and the council and the mayor of Harvey as a representative of Rose the Ceasefire to put on the record and to inform you all that we stand with and are here to serve you. The alderwomen spoke about food help for residents. We can help. If you and your family members are dealing with traumas and need counseling, we can help. Most issues that the residents in Harvey are dealing with that impact their daily lives, we can help. So we walk around with this bright orange on, so we're easily seen and easy to find. So if you see us on your block or knock on your doors, just say hi. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Next is Geraldine Harris.
To the Honorable Mayor Christopher J. Clark and this Honorable Council, you all are doing a fantastic job.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
I really think I know that you have this public interest at heart. You know what? You don't have the name.
He'll tell her that the cow jumped over the moon, and she'd be like, okay.
Keep on what you're doing. Because guess what? This is right. People coming back in here on 154th Street, there's going to be many shops. Coffee shops, dress shops, pancake houses. It's coming back to Harvey. The citizens of Harvey, you can be a power and help your children. If you think you're too old or too ill, help your grandchildren. Learn them, find out where they can learn grant writing. So they can be a part of this new community that's coming back to Harvey. If you don't help them and you don't help yourself, other people are coming back to Harvey. Other people are coming back here. You're going to see them open up shops and everything. And you're going to be marginalized because that's what you want. If you don't get up and do something for yourself and your generation to come, you may not see them, but you can have that opportunity for those that's coming, because they come. And another thing, you know what? I don't know what attention you get, but I can tell you. Trump do not control the universe. Go to Psalms 47, and it will tell you who controls this universe. Trump is not a part of the Trinity, and if you keep putting your attention on what he's doing, guess what? That means you're not giving your attention to what you should be doing. Come on now. I lived in Harvey for 50 years in the second floor. I was here the last meeting and asked my alderperson to cut that 7-foot tall grass in the back of my house in the back of the building. No, it has not been done. No, let's let it get done. Let it get done.
Oh, she want that grass cut. That's why she.
I see it's going. It's coming. It's coming. Guess what? Don't give all this attention to the naysayers. They did the same thing with building the wall in Israel time. When they was building the temple in Israel time. Give your attention to positive things. Thank you. neighbors.
And like you, whoever said, thank you, Jesus, I'm saying thank you, Jesus.
Girl, you so busy telling us all. So busy telling us all. Lord. I'm so dead. The handkerchief got me good. Okay. Let me leave some of that grandma alone. That handkerchief got me.
I want to thank everyone for their public comment. Your comments are greatly appreciated.
If they did. Okay, Jim.
I'll be brief.
Lord have
Next,
mercy.
the agenda, item 10, mayoral comment. Not as much to say because one thing I said in the last meeting was that I was not going to continue to address an activity. Come with some suggestions or some viable solutions, then we can have a conversation. And I look forward to those conversations. But what I want to talk about is moving the city forward. Before we do, I just want to make sure, because of course there are people who will watch this video in the future time, and I forgot to mention that the opinions, whether good or bad, whether positive or negative, are the opinions of those participating in public comment.
I almost got choked on that line.
It does not suggest whether what they are saying is or is not true.
Exactly, all in the He almost got choked on
But
that
I
line.
am not going to address it because the bottom line is going back and forth. It just really doesn't do anything for this city. It doesn't help the city one bit. And out of everything that I heard, with all due respect, none of that puts food on people's tables, clothes on people's backs, or roofs over their heads. And so we gotta have a problem solving solution given. What you say? Say it loud, can I hear it? Customer service. And so we're gonna try to stay focused on that. And on that focus, if you have noticed, anyone has noticed, that more and more work is taking place on Wood Street. And it is something that we've been working on for quite some time. It appears, I'll have to check tonight, that more of the temporary lights are going up. Now, I say those are temporary lights because once the job is completed, for those of you who don't know, Wood Street will be widened out. So it will be widened. It will be, we'll finally have sidewalks and curbs. In addition to that, we'll have some more turn lanes, and also, of course, lighting as well. But in order for them to complete the job, they had to.
Lori, you haven't missed nothing. They were just letting everybody do their, public comments. So now he's talking.
Those are the temporary lights that they are starting.
It's supposed to be a financial meeting, but there's more to it. So let's see what happens with them.
Sometime soon, because once that part is done, then that means we're preparing to move on to the next.
And also, I want to thank all those that watching my replay after this is over with. Thank you so much.
To see the actual construction itself, even though they have.
I know I haven't been on in a while. I've been slacking, but I'm getting ready to get back into the groove. I've just been doing some projects, so now I'm back. I'm going to go start working on my channel more. But thank you for your support.
Same or similar to what was done on 154th Street is going to be done on the 2 miles known as Wood Street, from 147 to 160. Once that work is complete, it will not be pavement, but it will be concrete. So it'll be total concrete pavements, all the way through. So that should last much longer. We are also going to get a new sewer line that will run that whole length of Wood Street, and actually will continue north. Will continue north So what will happen is, for those who, I don't know if this is too far in the weeds, but what will kind of happen is that detention basin that is being built by Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, the water will go into that basin, and then it will run from that basin down to connecting to the Wood Street sewer. And then the excess water will run from the sewer all the way down to the Little County Path. So there's been some engineering that has been done to make sure that works and works out well. But we're looking forward to that. It looks like, unless Ms. Davis is telling me something else, Wood Street work is completed. Have they finished the rain gardens? Are those complete now? They were. Just wanted to make sure I didn't want to speak out of turn. The rain gardens are now complete. And once again, that's one of those things. Same with the sidewalks. And everything, all of it on 154th Street. When the city receives grant funds, they would do that. So we are very, first of all, pleased with the fact that we're now qualifying for grants, which speaks volumes as far as I'm concerned, because it says that, well, maybe there are some, as one person said, maybe there are some naysayers who don't necessarily believe in what this administration is doing, but there are some people with the federal government and the state government and the county government who definitely believe that when they give us money to do certain tasks, that we will complete those tasks. And so I spoke with someone this actually last week about the sidewalks. But he understood that the money, because he wanted to know why his sidewalk wasn't done. You know, and then I had explained, of course, that we received money to do those sidewalks. And so we have to use the money for its intended purpose, its intended purpose. So we're glad to be able to do that as well.
I'm still trying to figure out why Jedediah in there and nothing happening. He's supposed to have a restraining order. But he don't need supposed to be near Ryan, but okay.
The comments that are made by our staff during our first meeting of the month is done because we want all of our residents to know what's going on with the city. And we have a lot of people who actually do appreciate the fact that they are getting that information. And I'm just going to give you some encouragement, specifically Alderman Rogers and the Finance Committee. While one of the difficulties is that, no, we're not perfect, and I don't know why we're held to that standard, but I can say one thing for sure. The Finance Committee held many more meetings than the previous Finance Committees had held. And you do them consistently. Now, are there, and that's work, that we appreciate. Are there some things that maybe can be changed, or are there some things that we can do better? Of course, the biggest room in your house is the room for improvement. But you guys meet regularly, and you handle this business, so stay encouraged. Because, we appreciate what you do. As far as, let me make sure I check out my little boxes here. Like I said before, last meeting, investors and developers are very conservative. I tried to pull back, and I'm going to continue to try to do so, because some of the behavior, once again, it's not about what you say, it's goes for me too. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. And, when we see investors and developers looking at our city, and they're not pleased at what they see because of the behavior. They understand the financial picture of the city better than me.
Right, Lord. That's exactly why he's there. He's trying to intimidate. Plus, what's his name? Amir had posted something on his page, so he's showing up there to show that he ain't scared of Amir. That's all that
us
is. He's coming there to
and we love
cause
this
more
city. We
trouble.
welcome
And
into the
until they
community
ban him from there,
that,
he's gonna continue to do that.
that they
Yeah.
still feel comfortable about
Yeah, irritating and
investing their
agitating. You're
dollars
exactly right.
here in this city. And fortunately, we do have quite a few businesses, as was reported at our last meeting, and I talked about as well, that are interested in coming to the city, but also we also have businesses that have already come to the city. And we will continue to do so. What we're looking for is we're looking for good, viable businesses. You cannot run a city without tax dollars. I don't care what anybody says. You know, you got that magic wand that allows you to be able to pull that off. I would love to see it.
They know they gotta
But the
pay
bottom
taxes.
line is we
They
have
just
to
want to
have
see where their
taxes. If
tax
our
money is
businesses
going.
don't pay
They
those
need
taxes,
proof. They
that's
don't want to
already
hear
a
lip.
situation that we're in now. That's one of the reasons. One of the reasons why we had to lay off a certain percentage of their employees. Because of the simple fact is you can't continue to run a house when you're only getting half of your taxes, and then 35% of the money that you're getting is being taken by someone else.
That's what you say.
And once again,
You don't know that.
if you know how to do it, first of all, I would appreciate it if you come and meet with me so you can teach me how. And if you don't want to teach me how, then I wish you would run in 2027 and win and show us how. Because I'm not going anywhere, I'm still gonna live here.
If they came to you, you don't want to hear
My
them.
goal is
You
to try
dismiss them like they're
to
nobody.
have a
So why
city
would anybody want to come to you?
that is best for
You've been
all
in
of
the
us.
office for 6 years,
Even when
and what have you? What?
no
Who
longer
have you
in this
listened to?
position. So,
But yourself and your top lip.
but
But
I just want
I
to mention
digress.
that again. I'm going to continue mentioning about investors and developers over and over again, because I really want us to bring down the
Sitting out
record.
there looking like a
You
milk
know,
dud.
there's a way to do it, but I want us to bring down the record.
Milk
Plus, the
dud with no
record
teeth.
affects, for those people who are homeowners, it affects your property values. Okay? And so, you know, if for no other reason, like I said, we want to just bring it down a little bit. I'm not
He want to
saying
talk about
that you
property
heard
values
all these
and
people
taxes.
said what
You
they need
lost
to
your
say to
building
promote
with
the
your
company.
business in it because you didn't pay your
And they
taxes. So
have
how you
every
want
right
to
to
sit back
say
and criticize
whatever it is
somebody
that
else?
they
I
want to
digress.
say. Okay? But at the same time, as a member of the community, I'm just hoping that we can pull it back just a little
I
bit.
guess that's
And we can
saying,
find a way.
do as I say, not
One
what
thing
I
that I'm
do,
committed
not
to
that as I
is
do. Or he do
personally
what he want to do, but he want
trying
to
to find a
criticize
better
y'all.
way.
Okay, I
And I
digress.
will promise you that by our next meeting, which is on what day? I want to say 11 or 14, 11? August 11th, I will have some more information from you as far as what I've been trying to do so that we can help to once again, make our situation better.
You're right, Laura. Anyone who would do what he did to
Nice
Kobe
talking to
has
you,
no
Max. I didn't
credibility.
know this,
He has no
but I'm
credibility. Nobody, they all just sitting there going, remember
Thank you for
Charlie
all of
Brown
you
and the
who,
teacher? Womp womp, womp womp
continue
womp
my
womp.
work.
Oh, by the way, Laura, I like that picture.
Like, okay, we talked about it already. Okay, great. And then, we have National Night Out coming up, right? Now, we're not gonna do it this year, but I want y'all to keep something in mind. Okay, what I'd like to see us do, on National Night Out, is actually do a parade on National Night Out. Okay, where we have the floats, and the floats are lit, and we do it like at dusk, at that particular point in time. But that's a vision, that's on my vision.
Oh, you're welcome, boo.
We're on the 5th, right? Yeah. August 5th, 2025. Thank you so much for bringing that up. It's like 3 p.m. to 7. Go see my handout. Okay, proceed 3 p.m. to 7. You are more than welcome to come out at that time also for those who have small children or elementary age children. We are also, on the course, we giving out some book bags and some goodies, for our young people to encourage them to stay in
I'm
school,
really not paying it any
and
mind, but
embrace education.
anybody would want to view my live
So,
later on. I'll let you hear what he got to mumble and jumble and say, but
when's the shred?
I'm not really
Y'all got
interested.
some September 28th? Yeah, because I always miss that one too. Our representative Will Davis,
He goes up there and
Thursday,
gaslight
will
anyway.
have a shred day on September 20th, 2025. That looks like 9 a.m. to noon. Where is it at his headquarters? I don't know what the address is. You want to read the address for me?
1912 West, 174th Street, East Hazel Press.
And our rep does this every year, if not once. Huh? Okay, yeah. If not once, definitely, if not twice, at least once a year. I think it's twice a year he does it. They also take prescription drugs as well. So if you have some leftover prescription drugs that you need to get rid of, instead of pouring down sitting on the toilet or something like that, you bring them and they can be captured at this event as well. This event is for all members of the 30th district, which includes the city of Harvey. So I hope that everyone will take advantage of that. That being said, there is nothing else for the good of the order. No, we're not dealing with an agreement. There's nothing else for the good of the order. Chair will take a motion to adjourn. Motion by the first, second by the, it's motion by the second, second by the first. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, hearing none. Well, ayes have it, it's 8:35 p.m. Have a wonderful week and be blessed.
We're gonna have to unpack this meeting in a few days, okay?
Wood Street project was voted on back during the Kellogg administration. So it's not like they did it. That was done in the Kellogg administration.
Okay, so that's not even his.
That has nothing to do with him.
And isn't that,
And
is that Eagles and UIC project really? What?
yes.
Okay. That's
Now,
what I was thinking.
and as far as the Metro Water, the MWRD project, that wasn't supposed to be on Myrtle. It was supposed to be on 147th Street. So since they're doing all of that, that was supposed to go there. So come on, stop playing, stop BSing the people. They ain't when he was supposed to be there.
There's our girl,
So,
Deanna.
what?
No apology, just
All y'all
me.
gotta do is go back and go on YouTube and look at some of the old videos of when Kellogg was mayor, and you will see
The same shit.
same stuff.
Taking credit
The
for.
same stuff. They
He's
just
not
try to
listening.
take credit for it. That has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
And the only reason they did the Wood Street project is because Shirley Truinsky changed her vote, and they got it done fast. That's how we got it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Child, we up out of here. We up out of here. I'm gonna talk to y'all about this either tomorrow or Wednesday. Lord have mercy.
Okay. Okay. So we heard the gaslighting. The meeting's over with. We heard public comments. So we could tell that he's still full of whatever. So I'm just so sorry that this city is going through what they're going through. And I want to give a shout out and a thank you for all in the queue for allowing me to use her live to put it out to all my Foxy Angels and all my replayers on Foxy Angels. So hopefully what I do is I go to these lives and look at these board meetings. And the reason I go on these board meetings is because me going on the board meetings helped me to help somebody. Because I'm going to tell you, when I was watching Tiffany and seeing what she was doing and seeing what she was doing in Thornton Township and Dalton, It helped me to start looking at my own community, look at my own ward where I live at, and also got me involved with my tenant association behind all that. So it got me more involved with my own city too. Well, we don't have all the people. We have commissioners. What they have there is all the people. Some have trustees. We have commissioners. Some places have commissioners too. So ours are called commissioners. So this is what we go through too. We got some shady folks. Our mayor's shady too. She's just like Clark, undercover in the shadows. But right now, I just want to come up, let you see what was going on in Harvey at their board meeting. So let's pray that nothing happens after this in regards to Ryan and Jedediah. So let me see what's going on with Ryan. Bear with me one moment. Let me see what's going on with Ryan. Be right with you.
Yes. We do. I'm okay. Thank you, Lily. I mean, yes, Lily Ginger. What? Yes, I'm still alive, just so you know. So they're chasing us out as usual, the building that we pay for.
Okay.
Well, they always do that. It's very
We're gonna
rude, but
keep an
I mean, I
eye
blame
on
it on the mayor
Ryan.
mostly.
Make sure he's all right since Jetta Dudu is there.
The mayor doesn't really like the people he governs, unfortunately. Oh yeah, succeeding. Yep. Those are old mayors. We have a lot of great history in Harvey. It's just we just got to get rid of get bad apples right now. We happen to have a lot of bad apples, unfortunately. So yeah, I did a great job.
The reason why I'm going live using Ryan because we want to make sure Ryan's okay, Vivian's okay, because Jetta Dudu is there, and he's subject to try to intimidate people and try to cause drama. So
I got that. I got everything.
I just want to make sure he's all right. They're Sherry. That look like Sherry.
I mean, I think
can't tell. I think that's Sherry right there too.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we clear the lobby, please?
That's my girl. I'll walk up. Ginger, you're going this way, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you can see, per usual, they're chasing us out. God forbid we actually talk to each other as residents and have a good time and do what normal people do. So they have this is what they do. They have the police chase us out. I know. Very rude. Vivian, we'll wait for you, Vivian. Don't worry.
Better stop being nice to my people.
We'll wait for you. I know. It's so sad. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're fine. Okay, good. Yes, this is how they treat us. Isn't it horrible? Thank you. Thanks for your comment. Oh, it's like the receiving line. Yeah, she did. Yeah, I told her we would wait for her. Because they're chasing everybody out per usual. as they always do. They're so rude. And then I'm trying to stand back. Okay, so that the red car is Shirley. That's Shirley's leaving right now. The police again. I'm sure Clark instructs them to chase us out, chase us out, chase us out, which is horrible. Like, there are some kiddos. Like, you know, leave them some time. They need to find their parent, get out safely. Crazy. Okay, good. Vivian made it out, okay? Vivian made it out. That's good.
Let them say what they want to say, you know. They always come with no data. You know, anybody can make an accusation, but you need data.
Oh, Vivian. Right? Exactly. It could be worse. They could be pushing us down the stairs, I guess. So.
We gotta go.
Yeah, I'm with these guys, so don't worry.
Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. We gotta clear the parking lot. We gotta go.
I know Mayor doesn't like the residents. Got it. Yeah. God forbid we have a little talking time after our meeting. Yeah. There's Tyrone Rogers. Doesn't pay anything, but he has a fancy old. Okay. Do you see Mr. Rogers in his fancy vehicle?
Thank you.
Teacher.
Oh, he got an
Thanks for
SUV
coming.
Cadillac. Go ahead, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, well, I'm watching people too to make sure everybody leaves safely. I want to make sure everyone leaves safely on camera while we're still covering things.
Yes, Laura.
Yeah, do you see? Look at all these police.
It would be nice
Oh,
if
and
the police
look at the plate.
protected
Look,
the
it says Alder.
citizens.
It says Alder 6. This is Tyrone's car. Now he can't.
Not just the mayor.
He can't help Harvey pay its bills and help the residents.
Look at
but
the
he can
rims
sure
and the
afford that for
tires on
himself.
there.
Is that ridiculous or what? And look at, let's count the police. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 armed officers I'm counting right now. There may even be more. See what a waste? Got a car with his lights
That's where your
on.
tax money going. That's where your tax money going.
Right, Wyoming. Exactly. Exactly. Why do you have to clear the parking lot? They don't have to. We, for the record, we're peaceful. We're very peaceful. We just want to talk with our neighbors. But Clark and his buddies, they hate the residents.
They need theirs cut too.
Tell them.
So that's what y'all be on, working on that.
Tell
I
us your
know.
pay.
Well, look right here. This is how much Mayor Clark hates the residents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't have to go home. We can talk peacefully. We can talk peacefully. We're not doing anything crazy.
I can't go home until y'all go.
Chappelle, tell him. We're just hanging out peacefully. We're not causing any problem. Right.
They say I can't go home until everybody go home, but I like to go home.
My advice to Harvey police.
That's all.
Oh, right.
In the 27 years that I worked here, guess what? I always like going home.
Oh. What?
Oh, Lord. He says we're blocking the car. We're not blocking the car.
So you can get out. I don't want nobody to get hit.
When
Don't worry. We're big people. No. Even under Kellogg, we could hang out in the parking lot and chat after.
I didn't have to come up here and do this. Now that I want to go home.
Kellogg was more chill than Clark.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to
It's
go.
crazy.
I know, we got y'all.
I'm like,
What?
I'm too young to retire.
I'm with her. We're coming eventually. I'll be okay. I'll be okay because Ginger's
Now
here.
that officer sounds like
She's
he's
watching
like, I just want to go home. I
Thank
gotta
you,
go
Clark.
home. He said, I didn't have
I
to
do
do this
appreciate
before. Now I got to do this,
Yes,
and
sir.
I want to go
Oh,
home.
yeah,
I don't want to
Go
be
for it.
standing up here with
Go
y'all.
for it.
Aisha, want to talk?
So look at.
Oh, okay.
Is Aisha okay?
Yeah, she wants to talk.
Okay. That's our treasurer. So we have 1, 2, 3,
Yes, sir.
4 police vehicles at least, and about 11 officers.
Ladies and
Lady of the street. We just trying to make sure everybody good.
This is fucking crazy. Every meeting, like we're like little
But
children.
you heard what he said.
What did he say? That he's
Said
told. He's told.
Under Kellogg, they didn't have to come up here.
Right, exactly. Who?
Huh?
See, it said under catalog, they didn't have to come up here.
Who's
But
looking for?
because of, that's where Tiffany got that bullshit about my having
So
a
you see all
police
the rush. It's
escort.
like
So he
hurry
got
up
to
and
got to
hurry
get
up and
everybody
wait. And
out of
now
the
they're
parking
still
lot so
standing
he could
out there.
leave. If he didn't
Where's
do
Melissa
anything
go?
criminal,
Right,
he wouldn't have
exactly.
to worry about
Wyoming,
that.
exactly. They're there to bank off the residents. Yep, yep, yep. I know it's parking.
Hey, no fun. No having fun over there. Yep, slap the bag.
Right, I'm like, okay,
Y'all payroll.
we're gone, so now they need to leave. Yeah.
Look, exactly, Laura. Exactly, I agree. I see. I'm not even going to give Doo any look, and all I call her Doo. I ain't going to give him the rest. I'm just making sure nobody bothers Ryan. Nobody, they escorted Vivian to her car, but they just want to make sure nobody bothered Ryan. Basically, I'm gonna tell you like this: Dudu came there to see if Amira gonna be there, and then also to intimidate Vivian and Ryan. That's all Dudu was there for. See if he can start something. He ain't got nothing better to do with his time, so he can get some money for the month. That's all. The month's almost over, and he want to make some money. That's all that is. Yeah, he got one, two, 3 more days, and then that's the end of that month of money. Then he start all over again in August to make some more money off his YouTube live. So he got
Okay, guys.
start
So
something.
made it to the car safely.
Good. Thank you, Ryan. You made it to the car safely. Thank you.
Right? So at least that step is complete. But ooh, man, is it humid out here? Let me tell you. So humid today. I don't know where it's like.
It's humid here too, Ryan. It's hot here too. We had a heat 100 degree, 101
Look at the
heat
show.
index.
It's literally like there aren't even that many people here, for God's sake. It's just ridiculous. They're always ridiculous like that. Oh. Are they getting out? What are they doing?
I wonder what kind of car Ryan got. It's a little bitty car.
But okay, I'm gonna try to escape.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead.
See,
Ryan
all
done
that
made it from
drama
there.
for nothing, you guys. All that drama for nothing. Where are you going, honey?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop my live. I just wanted to come on here so that, we can see what's going on, see how the meeting go.
Look at how, remember how Clark says he's doing such a great job? Take a look. There are the empty spots where he demolished several buildings.
Yeah, you're right, Lauren.
I've not seen Jed or his people since during the meeting they stepped out, so hopefully they're not going to be causing trouble anywhere.
Yes, Laura. Thank you for watching with me.
Like last meeting.
We just want to make sure. I mean, he has his people, followers too, that's following him.
There's some people that are out.
But I just want to make sure that Ryan make it safely since Dudu was there.
There's another Harvey police vehicle. Oh, there's Colby. Okay.
Oh, look at that little cute there.
Melissa did such a great job.
She did. Melissa did do a great job. She didn't explode.
You did a great job, Suzanne. Suzanne, you did a great job.
Oh, you got your car?
Yeah.
Oh.
You did a great job.
Call you.
Call me.
Baby, we got to catch up. You wouldn't believe what I got.
Oh, call me. Okay. We'll talk.
Well, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But thank you, Laura. Thank you for all those in the bushes. Thank you, all of those that that did come on and support me.
One of her houses, like on their
thank you.
Right,
and we're going to go ahead and end the live now. But I just wanted to see what was going on, and I just want to make sure Ryan and Vivian was okay. And I'm glad Amir was not there because I think there would have been some commotion. But I'm sorry that he couldn't show up to the meeting to be there to support them.
the
because
city
of
of Harvey
being there.
said,
But
we're going to turn your water off, or we're not going to turn your water back on after her mom's water was off for like a month. We're not going to turn your water back on unless you give us the second house on your property. So that's what it sounds like. I mean,
that's exactly what
like
happened, Ryan.
that's why, you know, I and others are speaking out. We can't let these people get away with this stuff. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I'll show you. So this is the new rental building, which is not, it's not a bad building, but this project, like anything else,
I love you too, sis. I love you, Laura. Love you, love you, love you. And I want to tell everybody good night. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, all the replays. Oh, hi,
thank you, Diana.
Kanye.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yes, girl, you
Without
missed
any
it. But you can
feedback,
go back and
without
look at my replay. We were
asking
just
the
looking at the
residents what
board
they
meeting.
wanted, and
Doo
it's
is
all
here.
subsidized rentals.
He was there at
Which,
the
again,
meeting.
I mean,
He
I'm
was
all for
inside the
affordable
meeting, so he was there to
housing,
intimidate
you
Ryan,
know, people were saying, well, could at
Vivian,
least be
and
senior
see if
housing, you know, and so these are all the
and
things the
also
mayor
to
was
see if
considering. There's a
Amir
whole
was going
bunch
to be there.
beautiful
And
buildings
he was
that
just
got
trying to. I
demolished,
guess he's
like
trying to
there's one that
show
had a
that
fire, so
he's
that's
still
an
in
empty
the area.
corner
He's
now.
not going
And look, this
anywhere.
is supposed to be
Do his
prime
little
corners. These are prime corners for our
intimidation stuff.
downtown.
So,
Look, you're gonna see firsthand,
and
just so you can see
we
what we
heard
mean
him
when we say
talk
that
and do
Clark
all
is
his
lying. You have to see it
gaslighting,
to believe it,
Clark.
right? Look at this.
And do his
This is the
gaslighting.
one road that did not need
The people that
repairs
did
in
go up
Harvey,
and
and this
speak
is the one
tonight,
that
they
Clark
spoke
got repaved,
with
got redone. And he ripped up. Look at this. This is our busiest corner. We still have. That's a city-owned building that's boarded
and so
up.
you know everybody talked
That was
tonight.
Mayor
That went up
Clark's
and
old law
did
office, right
public
there.
comments. They was on point.
Look at
Of course, he
all
did
the
like
empty
Tiffany
shops,
look
all the
down at
empty
the
stores.
paper
You
and
see?
he addressed some, but he did a lot of
Empty.
gaslighting as
Empty,
always.
empty,
So I don't think
empty.
he's really
So
paying
this is
anything
owned
anybody
by,
mind. But
that one's
Chappelle
owned by the
did get up and
city.
talk about
As you all
doo-doo
know, I do
in
real estate
regards
too, so
to
I
him being there and doing what he
always
want to do.
press
So
on that.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know if that
why are we just
stung
sitting
or
on all these
if
city-owned
that
properties? Let's
brought
get some
anything to his
local
attention, him or
owners and businesses in
or
them,
the
right?
police
Not out of
department
town
about
people.
doo-doo. So yeah, Laura, I call him doo-doo. Yeah, doo-doo.
This is a business
And
right that was a
yeah, I
taco
call him
place
doo-doo.
that was
I don't
very
even give
busy
him
and
no
open
more name but
since at
doo-doo.
least the 80s, if not 4. And Clark, as part of his harassing businesses and this whole tax scheme that he's talking about, he literally had them shut down.
Wow,
So
look at that.
he's a liar. He's saying he wants businesses. Well, if you want businesses, why would you shut businesses down?
Look at that. Go another one.
Beautiful prime corner lot is empty.
Look at that's a whole block right there with no businesses.
Here's our beautiful old historic city hall that I would love to help get restored and open back up.
See
The
this?
Historical Society
a whole block with no businesses.
used to have a collection in there.
Y'all gonna bring a movie
it's been sitting empty
crew
for
there,
years
but
now.
you ain't got no businesses there.
This was
real.
I forget what was here before, but whatever was here, it was all demolished.
Wow.
And then there's a church in the back of it.
Look at this.
This was a uniform store that had been open for decades, and that closed just a few years ago. You can still see the sign in the window that says Glenn's Uniforms. But again, the city has no freaking plan for any of it. They just let it sit. This was a bank that the bank closed, of course. The city bought it and said they were going to turn it into a police station, and it's sat empty. It just sits empty. It's been
wow,
empty
look at
for
this.
years now.
Look at this.
To build that, they demolished some beautiful historic buildings that were more fitting with the character of our downtown. You know, when they built the bank building originally.
Look at
this
this.
Years ago was the Minuet Diner, and then, you know, some other stores over the years. But again, owned by the city. Clark says he's going to make it another police building. Again, we don't need more police buildings. We need actual businesses and things, you know. Some stuff you said about property is all coming together.
Exactly, Lori.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yep.
Lori, you are absolutely right. He need to leave him here alone.
Sorry, guys. I just see. Why isn't the advocate advocating for that elderly woman with her house? Exactly. Absolutely. Oh, there's a police again. Look, with their lights. Like, what's the emergency, guys? What's going on? All we had were citizens peacefully leaving a meeting. What did you say though?
So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, everyone. Thank you again But he just showing
Clark
us
could do
some of
his
the
real estate.
abandoned
Well, that's
buildings,
a good
and
question. I'm not exactly
and
sure.
so
They
if you
probably moved
want
to
to follow
Indiana,
up, you
welcome
can
all my
go to
businesses. I
Ryan.
know.
Is
Well, but you know what?
Ryan
It's not really like Harvey
is what
had a
is
great
his
downtown for
channel? Hold
so
on a
many
second.
years. It's really just
His
corruption
channel
that
is
has scared off the businesses because we
Ryan
still have
in
people that live here that
Chicago.
would use the businesses.
Let me see. Could I
He must have
pull
had
up his?
have his hand in the pot for those new
Let me
businesses,
see. Could
right?
I pull up
Jacob Henry.
his channel? Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see. Could I pull up Ryan's channel? And so y'all could go over and see if you want to follow up some more on his channel in regards to what he's showing you in Harvey. Bear with me one moment. Okay. Okay, that's Ryan's channel. Hold on, let me do all in the queue for you because thanks to her, I was able to come to you live. I could have went to Ryan's too, but I wanted to do all in the queue. So bear with me one moment. Let me give you her channel. So you go over to her channel. She's had some very great content in regards to Harvey and Dalton information also, and Thornton Township if you care to do that. Okay. There goes Super Producers. That's Super Producer All in the Queue. That is her channel. So, if anybody want to go over to them, exactly. You are absolutely right, Laura. Anybody that goes against a mayor that goes against businesses coming to the city. But see, the problem is here get them to come. They'll become come there, open up their business, and then he stronghold them to the point that they can't afford to stay there, so they leave. What happens is, like, say for example, they buy a building or rent a building. They come in there, and then he goes up on the taxes on them to try to pay off the taxes that the previous people that was there didn't pay, and people end up leaving. So you can't do that, and that's what he does. He strong armed them and make that happen. So I'm so sad that this is what he's doing. He's trying to make the churches, they're leaving because he's trying to make them get business license so he get taxes off of them, which they are not taxable by law. So he's just doing a lot of things, and he's trying to make it seem like he's not doing these things. He's a great mayor, but if you're a great mayor, why your city look like doo doo? I mean, that's just my observations of it. But I'm not saying the people is bad. It's just how he makes the city look because of no businesses. They don't have a grocery store. They don't have a pharmacy. They don't have a pantry. They don't have any of the things that the people really need. And I don't even know about any restaurants there in Harvey. I don't even ask no question about that. Next time I talk to somebody from Harvey, I'm going to ask them, do they even have any restaurants there? I got to find that out. When I find that out, I'll let you know. But I don't even think they got any restaurants there from what I'm looking at. Look like a bunch of houses and churches, and that's about it. And that's saying. So, you can always go to Ryan's channel because he's still filming right now. I'm looking at his channel on TV, on my TV. But he's riding around showing the city and what's going on with that. I just need to save some of my uh, video time, and I don't want to use up all my time. So I just want to say good night. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Love you. Again, check out All in the Queue and Ryan. Love you. Peace out. See you later.